Right, key number 7, adding, subtracting, preserving, and reciprocating potential is necessary. So anyone who adds to your life is always going to come with new ideas. They're going to support whatever is going on with you. Subtracting doesn't necessarily have to be negative. It could be that they're subtracting, um, they're taking upon themselves to look at their own life, look at how they used to be in relationships, what they did in relationships, how they conducted themselves, and how it left them in a very self-destructive mode. And they're saying, I don't want to bring that into this new relationship with this guy. Preserving is always going to be preserving the relationship, preserving uh, the intent, the true intent of the relationship, to actually be a real person and not a counterfeit. And then reciprocating, no relationship, especially a romantic relationship, but definitely friendship and family relationships uh, should be one sided. There needs to be a reciprocating relationship. That doesn't necessarily mean that if you do something, that the other person needs to do something immediately. No, but even in friendships, one person pays one time if you're going to the movies, and then the next person will pay the next time, right? Because it's a friendship, it's a relationship. We care about the relationship. We want it to be something, to go forward, right? And anytime you are in a non-reciprocating relationship, it's not going to go forward. Now it has a false forward because you add years to it, and it looks like you're going forward. Looks like you're going, kind of looks like you're growing, but um, you can be. I always like to use the analogy and the visual of the hamster's wheel. That you can be going somewhere and nowhere at the same time, and you're set in a cage. You're both in a cage, and you are carrying on life as if it is working, but it's not actually working. And when you really begin to confront the situation, confront the issues with your partner or your prospective partner, you'll see that it's actually not working. You'll see that maybe you still have feelings for an ex. You'll see that the person um, that you're trying to look at as potential for marriage is a person who is still struggling with an ex. People, who tend to struggle with exes, sometimes that's a soul tie situation, right? Depending upon what kind of relationship they had, and sometimes it's hard to leave it, to exit that situation. And then there are some people who make a game out of pulling at old relationships, right? Or even seeking new relationships so that they can cultivate something like a backup plan, a mate switch, so that if you decided to act up, they can go somewhere else. That's why you have a lot of men who choose to enter, or I'm sorry, to um, create dating rotations, because they want someone in some ways to be added, and then they want someone to be subtracted, and then they want someone to preserve, and then they want someone to reciprocate. And it's all about sex. It's usually all about sex. And then for some men who don't work, it's all about money. So they want you to add money or add sex, and then they want you to sell to subtract yourself if things are not going well in that relationship. But they want you to preserve the idea that if I needed to call you back and be a part of my dating rotation, that you will agree, you will acquiesce, and then they want to be able to reciprocate. Now they don't always reciprocate; they just expect for you to reciprocate. But in a grown folks healthy relationship, trying to work things out, overcoming setbacks, working on things, whatever, there should be adding, subtracting, preserving, reciprocating. Now you can add multiplication. That's something that I kind of forgot to put there, because anything that you do should multiply, but it may be exceptions to the rule, because you can multiply toxicity, you can multiply chaos. So it's a good thing that I did not put that there. But multiplication could also apply to all of these areas of this key. The most important thing is that I think the most important thing is reciprocating. I think adding and reciprocating. are two of the most important things, right? But again, like I said, you can reciprocate counterfeit behavior as well. But adding someone that you choose should add to your life, not take away from your life.